Prime Minister Jacinda, Leader of the Opposition, the Honourable Christopher Luxon, I would like to make a modest proposal for the conversion of the South Island of New Zealand into a park themed on the cinematic adaptations by Sir Peter Jackson, KCBE, of the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings, the great history of Middle-earth. I'm not unaware of the challenges and hardships such a proposal entails, but like the Fellowship of the Ring, I have faith in the boldness of you, our leaders, and the obdurate determination of the hobbit-like folk who dwell in God's own. Now, your immediate reaction, I know, will be disbelief. To convert the South Island into Middle-earth, on the face of it, it's a physical, geographical impossibility. Not only, you would imagine, is Middle-earth many times greater than the South Island, but damningly, north is north and south is south. Are we proposing turning the world upside down? To answer the first and lesser objection, surprisingly enough, the middle island of New Zealand is actually larger by some 4,000 hectares, according to modern measurements, when calculated from the times of travel in The Lord of the Rings. We forget too often how massive the southern lands are compared to the old country. Admittedly, our island is narrower, but this is a far from insurmountable problem. The polar orientation of the entire planet would seem to be a bigger problem. The orientation which allows for a frigid north and a balmy south. Or is it? Why not just relabel our compasses? Let bluff be Inverness and Marlborough be Marseille. At a stroke, we've sliced through a seemingly unsliceable knot. Now to the chief advantages of this proposal. I'm sure your honourable selves spurn gold for its own sake, but prudent stewardship is the watchword of both your regimes. It's on this head that our proposal best distinguishes itself. The South Island of New Zealand is but sparsely settled. Its chief contribution to our exchequer is derived from agriculture, tourism, and notably the exception, electricity. The first and the third will continue unabated, but the second will widen into a river of gold. Theme parks are plentiful around the world, but they're also plastic and all too often underpinned neither by natural beauty nor deep ideas. Our Middle Earth will have both, and will, through its vast scope and our dedication to the vision of Tolkien and Jackson, bring the age of magic back to this weary world of men and other genders. From the moment a tourist, nay, better, a traveller, an adventurer, a wanderer, a pilgrim, from the moment a pilgrim disembarks on the shores of this enchanted isle, they will live, breathe, and dream of Middle Earth. Yes, it will require vast changes to erase all signs of the 21st century. Milking sheds must be clad in wattle and daub. Wire fences replaced by green gorse hedges. River barges will take the load currently carried by trucks and trains. Yes, it will be difficult, but without great difficulty there can be no great rewards. And the rewards for this are enormous. Against an age of globalization, relentless population flows willy-nilly across the face of the earth. Wars, refugees, redundancies, new technologies, the eternal verity and certainty of Tolkien's moral clarity is the greatest argument for law and order in these days. The wind-blown, careworn, rootless and ragged cosmopolitan will find in the Shire peace and healing. What wouldn't you pay to bathe even briefly in such a bath? Students, newly qualified, their lives mortgaged to meet the needs of the modern labour market, would happily trade a decade of debt to live but one bright season of adventure. Salarymen and women would fight tooth and nail for the chance to escape the office, toxic with electro-smog, social media, the endlessly evolving and revolving fashions and trends of identity politics. To breathe briefly the clean air of Rohan and Rivendell. The lanxes of Chinese tourists, intrigued by our Western culture, be given a glimpse, not into what is, to be frank, a tawdry colonial cousin of England. No. They will get access to the beating heart of Western mythology, as distilled and revealed by Tolkien and Jackson are Gandalf and Saruman. With a wrinkled wizard or grizzled rangers to guide them, and the immortal words of Tolkien to inspire them, tourists from every corner of the world will shiver in awe at a world of wonder reborn. You would think that was enough.